Great player also goes out now. Faraz Jaka walks into a pair of queens just like that, and he will raise to 175.
Behind him, Joey Cowden has a very playable King 10 on the button. And it looks like he agrees, so he'll make this call.
Scott Majerison, who lives in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, to play online poker, goes away. And Jeff Fielder, who's a former construction man, also goes out. So we're going to see the flop. Queens up against King 10, and the flop is a King Jack 8. Cowden outflopping Faraz.
Faraz checking here out of position. Joey checks behind.
Oh, ho, ho. 3 of a kind for Faraz Jaka on the turn.
And notice that gives Joey an open-ended straight draw as well, and adds a second flush draw to the board, so there's an awful lot that Faraz could be betting with. Joey here is going to have to start paying off on the turn.
280 bet by Faraz. He was a WPT Player of the Year. What a talented player. In good shape right now going to the river. Oh, nothing 5.
Great card for Faraz, bad card for Joey because it's missed all the draws and his top pair is likely stuck calling down, even if he senses that Faraz likely has a pretty good hand.
Faraz going to stick out another bet, hefty 650.
Joey, sensing that this isn't a great situation to be in, but is also sharp enough to know that Faraz is an aggressive player who would likely bet with many of his draws that missed on this river.
Joey's got a lot of chips. He can afford to make the call. He does make the call.
Faraz tables his set to take down the first hand of our final table.
Well, it could have gotten even uglier, perhaps, if Joey would have bet after the flop in front with the kings. Would have made the pot even bigger, so maybe harassing Helmuth a few tables down.
I would say more so returning the harassment.
He was.
You know, it's a two-way street with Helmuth. It's never like he's minding his own business and somebody goes off on him.
So true, but let's look at this hand. Look at this. Manuel has picked up queens, the ladies. Let's see if he gets action with it. He's made it 60,000 to go. Mark also folding.
Cool.
Dennis is going to slop around with 8-6. Wow, 8-8 deuce, 3 of a kind for Blyden.
This is just silly.
Unbelievable. Dennis with 3 of a kind. He's going to check it.
I think for Manuel it might end this hand because he's in bad shape here, and Dennis gonna raise him, kick it up to 175.
Poor Manuel is a victim in motion here.
Call.
Poker pro out of Spain, and he's going to make this call. He's in deep.
It's possible he'll get away if the turn is a heart.
No, it's a 6. Oh,
It will not end yet, Vince.
Blyden hitting a full house now.
Blyden train is full steam ahead, about to fire out here, and Manuel, I don't know how he can get away, especially against this type of opponent.
I mean, Manuel is on the short stack.
All in. Call.
The instant call happens.
All in,
No,
and
but
an instant call.
2 outer possibilities for Manuel, and that's it.
Blyden trying to get this final table down to 5 if he can dodge it.
He needs the miracle. Can Manuel hit it? No, a 6 on the river. It's not going to work out for him.
Dennis with all the cards.
Win your way into a live World Poker Tour event by playing online poker at clubwpt.com. Sign up for free today using bonus code YT55 and get a free entry into our next WPT main event qualifier.
And Alan Sternberg going to raise with the pair of 6s. Right behind him, Vivek with the ladies. What a time to get him.
And considering that we recently saw Vivek 3-bet and then have to fold against Alan Sternberg, though the 4-bet came from Stephen Kelly, he's got the kind of image here to go ahead and just 3-bet his big hands and hope to get some action.
Well, Vivek's raised makes it 160. Back on Alan. Alan is an online player, mainly. Used to work at a record store. You can almost smell the incense coming from his sweatshirt.
He does have that John Cusack vibe about him.
All right, well, he's called this. So we got ladies up against 6s and a flop. Oh, and just like that, 3 of a kind for Alan Sternberg. as an ace-6-5 hits on the flop, and he's going to trap. He's going to check.
Yeah, massive flop here for Allen. It's on a board where he can anticipate Vivek firing at least one, possibly multiple barrels, either as a bluff or for value if he's got the ace himself.
Well, Vivek is going to make the continuation bet, even though he's sickened that an ace has flopped.
Very small continuation bet from Vivek. It's the kind of flop where you can make a small continuation bet because most of your opponent's decisions are going to be straightforward.
Now Allen has the decision. Do you check raise? Do you just call? Oh, but Allen's going to repop it.
Yeah, notice his hand was actually shaking a little bit, which is normally a sign of a player having a monster, and it came out a little bit as he extended his chips into the pot.
Well, let's see if Vivek will notice that. Now, you got an ace on the board. Vivek just has queens. It's been raised to 277. And Vivek, a great laydown if you could. No, but he is going to call.
Yeah, I don't blame Vivek for calling here either, actually, as blind versus blind.
Oh!
Ooh, wow.
A queen on the turn. What a card for Vivek. 3 of a kind now for him.
Yeah.
This is going to be tremendous. And out comes the 3 6s, 475 by Allen. Little does he know what a monster Vivek just turned. And Vivek's going to rope him in.
Wow,
just calling.
Yeah, Vivek thinks that Allen either has a monster, which he does, or some kind of bluff, and wants him to have the opportunity to keep betting.
Look at this. River, a queen. Not that he needed it.
Just gets better and better.
4 of a kind for Vivek.
And I just can't see any way that Allen doesn't get stacked here. I mean, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
total cooler of a hand. But
6 is full. Allen has.
we know the trap he's about to walk into, and there's nothing he could do. I mean, he could practically turn both hands over, and he'd still end up stacking off.
This is just sickening for the 25-year-old Allen
All
from
in.
New York. And he says all in.
Did he say I'm all in? I call.
That's right, Vivek.
Wow, and Allen's mouth is just agape when he sees his hand.